Let's just talk to our correspondent Susan Teherani and understand what really happened at the White House. Susan Teherani, this is a very critical and very sensitive time in West Asia. We did receive the warning from the United States, which said that the attacks or the rockets from Iran would begin tonight. And now there is this statement that there is a meeting between the president, the vice president, and security advisors. What more do we know about that meeting?
The meeting was convened earlier today. That was as we learned that the United States had intelligence that there will be an imminent attack from Iran against Israel. We're getting information now as we speak that President Biden did have that cabinet meeting. We heard from Lloyd Austin saying that should Iran attack Israel, it will face severe consequences. The United States is ready in the region to defend Israel. We don't know as of now how much the United States has been involved, but we do see images of those missiles being launched from Iran against Israel. The IDF says that Iran has started its attack. These attacks have been launched. We're hearing sirens across Israel, and the IDF says that these ballistic missiles are being launched. The U.S. Embassy in Israel has issued a high alert saying to its employees, instructing them to return home and be prepared to enter bomb shelters. This is according to the New York Times. We knew that this was going to happen. A similar alert was given out not only to the U.S. Embassy in Israel, but also in Lebanon as well earlier today. U.S. officials said that they're not evacuating American citizens from Lebanon as of yet, but we are learning that they are told to shelter in place.
Susan Teherani is our correspondent in New York. Susan, stay with me because I have to give further information on what is really happening at this hour. We had a tweet from the Iran military moments ago, which seemed to confirm the rockets being fired from Iran, and the tweet read, "Persian firelight illuminates the sky." Simply that statement was issued by the Iran military via X. Persian firelight illuminates the sky, which literally translates to the rockets have been fired from Iran into Israel. And moments before the rockets were fired from Iran, 4 civilians were murdered in the terror shooting attack in Jaffa, in an area called Jaffa in Israel this evening. And this is according to the police. 7 were wounded in the terror shooting attack. The 2 terrorists who carried out the attack were neutralized, and this is according to the police. This happened just moments before the rockets were fired towards Israel from Iran, where 4 civilians were murdered in the terror shooting attack in Jaffa this evening. And this is according to the police, who say that 7 other people were wounded in the terror shooting attack. The two terrorists have now been neutralized, and this is according to the police. We are also getting further details that air traffic has been paused at Israel's Ben Gurion airport, and this is according to the spokesperson of the airport, who says that air traffic has been paused at Israel's Ben Gurion airport. The air raid sirens are still continuing as we speak. We do understand that the Israel Defense Forces continue to issue statements urging its people to take shelter or to take shelters where they are, because this is an attack that has already begun. The threat issued by Iran is now true. Our correspondent Susan Teherani is in New York. Susan, the US did warn of consequences if Iran did attack or did go ahead with this attack. Do we have any information from the Pentagon or the security services in the United States regarding this latest strike?
We do know right now that President Biden has said that the U.S. prepared to help Israel defend itself. We also know that earlier the military had announced that Israel, any ballistic missile strike against Iran was expected to be widespread. The Israeli military told the public to shelter in place. The IDF continues to say that the missile is firing from Iran is ongoing. We're waiting for statements coming from the Pentagon, but we do know that Lloyd Austin had said earlier that there will be severe circumstances if Iran decided to carry out this attack. And the United States has vowed to defend Israel against this attack. Of course, Israel has the Iron Dome and other defense capabilities, but we do know that U.S. assets in the region are also on high alert, ready to assist. We are hearing from the IDF spokesman as well, Eric. Our defense is not airtight. This is what the IDF spokesperson said. He said the country's air defense system is fully operational. It's detecting and intercepting threats. Quote, however, the defense is not hermetic, he said. So, still we're not hearing anything, any of those missiles hitting actual ground. They have been intercepted so far. But the situation, of course, is very fluid. It's very dangerous as we go. Right now, 10 million civilians are target of Iranian attacks, according to the IDF. Israeli military said that 10 million civilians are the target of Iranian projectiles. Mm-hmm. And again, President Biden holding that meeting earlier, and the United States warning not only Israel, but really the world. Mm-hmm. We also have incoming reports that it appears that missiles were also intercepted over the skies of Jordan as well. We're going to get more information regarding that, but that just shows the nature of this attack at this point, that it could, one missile here and there, it could really have catastrophic consequences, not only against civilian population in Israel, but also regional countries that are so tightly knit in the Middle East. These countries are very close to each other, situated very close to each other. So, moving forward, we have to see how long these missile launches will continue, mm-hmm. how much Israel is able to intercept, and whether or not the United States will have to get involved as well.
Susan Tehrani is a correspondent in New York, and she is right. The IDF spokesperson did issue a statement moments ago. He says the shooting continued. You are asked to stay in the protected area until further notice. The explosions you hear originate from interceptions or falls. The air defense system detects and intercepts threats all the time. We also understand, and this is breaking news coming in, that Iranian state media says that the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps will be publishing a statement soon. So we are waiting for that statement from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps from this moment. And like Susan mentioned, in Jordan's capital Amman, the night sky lit up as what appeared to be missiles streaked across it. This is according to reports by Reuters, who say that people gathered outside to watch as an air raid alert came over the loudspeakers. There were several thuds and explosions in that distance. This was followed by some flashes of lights. So again, there have been missiles that were seen or spotted in Amman. US President Joe Biden says that the United States is prepared to help Israel defend itself from Iranian missile attacks and to also protect the American military in the region. They did issue a statement to their employees in Israel to take shelter or leave if they can. We also understand that the Ben Gurion airport air traffic has been paused at the moment, and these are live visuals or images from Israel. The rockets and the missiles continue to rain on Israel from Iran. Iran guards say attack on Israel responds to killings of guards, commander, militant leaders. And like you heard from our correspondent, Iran has launched over 100 missiles towards Israel, referring to the strikes. Iranian military has tweeted, and I'm quoting them, "Persian firelight has illuminated the sky." Let's just listen in to the air raid sirens in Tel Aviv and in Israel. This is the fluid situation in West Asia. The attack or the counterattacks are no longer imminent, they are happening. Like I said, this is for all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.